Greetings and welcome to my video on the St. Michael Ley Line in southern England. This is arguably the most famous ley line in the world, and certainly the most famous in England. Some people refer to it as the Michael and Mary ley line because it contains elements of the feminine as well as elements of the masculine. The Cambridge Dictionaries Online describes a ley line as an imaginary line between some important places, such as hills or very old churches in Britain, believed to be where there were very old paths. As you may see from this map of megaliths in England and Ireland, there are many megaliths present. Some would say there are so many that it would be easy to draw a line anywhere on the map and it would intersect many megaliths. This is a map of southern England as it appears in Google Earth, with the St. Michael ley line shown in red. We will soon see the many important places that appear on or near this line. This is Carn-le-Bole in the county of Cornwall in the extreme southwest of England. This is where the St. Michael ley line begins. A cairn is a small hill. We will be seeing additional cairns as we progress along this ley line. Using Google Earth, we can see that Carn-le-Bole is where the ley line meets the ocean. The next visit in our travels of this ley line is the Boscawen Stone Circle. Many maps you see of the St. Michael ley line do not include this site, so I hope you consider this video to be of added value. You will notice it is not exactly on the ley line as represented by Google Earth. All of the locations I present here in this video will be located within 2 miles of the line, with many locations being right on the line. Let's use the ruler function in Google Earth to find out how far it is from the Boscawen Stone Circle to the St. Michael ley line. We can see that the ground length is approximately 0.62 miles. The next location of the line is St. Michael's Mount. Many people regard the beginning of the St. Michael ley line to be this church on the island. St. Michael's Mount is typical of some of the sites on this line. These sites are hills that had people from the Neolithic age settle them, and churches were later added, mostly around the 13th century. Neolithic age means New Stone Age, and lasted from around 10,000 BC and ended between 4,500 BC and 2000 BC. From the Boscawen Stone Circle, we go to the location of St. Michael's Mount. While St. Michael's Mount may lie along this line, it's interesting to note that it lies along another Michael ley line. St. Michael's Mount lies along the line from Skellig Michael, just off the coast of Ireland, to Mont Saint-Michel in northwestern France. You may notice that Mont Saint-Michel looks very similar to Mount St. Michael. I hope to investigate this line in another related video. After St. Michael's Mount, we have Carn Brea. Here we see another church built on top of a hill. This one has an associated monument in the shape of a cross. This is now called Carn Brea Castle, but it was originally built as a chapel in 1379. And was thought to be dedicated to St. Michael. In this picture we can see that the chapel was built right into the rocks on the mount. In Google Earth we travel from St. Michael's Mount to Carn Brea. This is striking to me that not only is Carn Brea right on the ley line, but its shape is in the exact orientation to the line as well. I'm not saying the whole mountain was man-made, but it appears to me that additional reinforcement was added to an existing hill to fit this orientation. Traveling on to the northeast, we arrive at Restormel Castle. This castle was built approximately 1100 AD, shortly after the Norman conquest of England. Notice that the hill here is considerably smaller than the previous ones we've seen. We will see another structure like this with a burrow included within. On Google Earth, Restormel Castle can be seen as a perfectly round castle 1 mile south of the Ley Line, which is the same distance from the Ley Line as St. Michael's Mount. After Restormel Castle, we continue in County Cornwall, where we have the Hurler Stone Circles, which is one of my favorite places on the line. It's rather difficult to see the most southerly of the three circles using Google Earth. The northern two are quite clear. But what is the alignment of these circles? Well, let's follow the alignment farther to the northeast to see where they may be pointing. None other than Lindisfarne Castle on Holy Island. A coincidence? Perhaps a story for another video. Speaking of another video, some people have surmised that the three circles represent the three stars in the belt of Orion. Where have we seen that before? Perhaps the Giza pyramids? After the Hurler Stone Circles, the next few places are all churches named after St. Michael. The first is St. Michael de Roop in Brentor, another church on a hill. Notice the word tor at the end of Brentor. A tor is a large hill. The next location is St. Michael's Burrow Mump, also known as Burrow Bridge. Notice how the hill is oriented in the same direction as the ley line. The next location is St. Michael's Church in Authery, shown here in Google Earth. This is Glastonbury Tor. This is the granddaddy of hills on the Michael Ley Line. St. Michael's Tower sits atop this hill. Remains of a 5th century fort have been found on the Tor. This was replaced by medieval St. Michael's Church that remained until 1275 when an earthquake destroyed the church. A second church, built in the 1360s, survived until the dissolution of the monasteries in 1539. The Tor has been associated with the island of Avalon, and much of this hill was surrounded by water at one time. Avalon is supposedly where King Arthur was buried, and allegedly King Arthur and Queen Guinevere's neatly labeled coffins were discovered here in 1191, as recounted by Gerald of Wales. Going to Glastonbury Tor, we can see it on the direct Michael line, and we also notice how its orientation lines up with the direct line as well. Another church on the line named after St. Michael is Stoke St. Michael. This is one of the exceptions of a church being built on a hill. Another major site on the line is Avebury Circle. Constructed around 2600 BC during the Neolithic age, the monument comprises a large henge, that is, a bank and a ditch. Inside this henge is a larger outer stone circle with two separate smaller stone circles situated in the center of the monument. Avebury is the intersection of other ley lines as well. Again, that can be a topic of another video. In Google Earth, we can see that the line is in contact with the very top of the circle. In close proximity to Avebury is Silbury Hill, which is what appears to me to be an artificially constructed hill. We can see in Google Earth that Silbury Hill is a little bit off the line. But using the ruler function, we can see that the peak of the hill is less than 1 mile from the St. Michael ley line. Here we see that the ground length is approximately 0.83 miles. As you may see from Google Earth, most of the items on this ley line are in the western half of England. There is one location commonly thought to be on this line that is in the eastern half. That is Bury St. Edmund's Abbey. To be quite honest, I'm not sure why many believe this to be a site on the Michael ley line, other than its proximity to the line. That criteria alone, in my opinion, should not constitute a valid location. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any constructive comments, please reply below. If you have any more ideas for sites along this ley line, please share them. As you may have heard throughout this presentation, I intend to create other videos in regards to ley lines in this area. Look for them in the future. For other videos on ley lines throughout the world, please check out the YouTube channel called Survival Cell. This channel contains many ley line videos and was the partial inspiration for this video.